Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Mockheads. We are on episode 9.
Episode
Uh,
9 already.
we're at the end of the Star Wars episodes, fittingly
Oh, yeah.
ending
That's right, yeah.
a Star Wars fan near enough to May the 4th.
Yep, just around the corner.
It is 2 or 3 days, 3 days away. How you doing there, mate?
Yeah.
I say this because I didn't see you like yesterday. Or...
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Who are you again? I've never seen you before.
Yeah, my brain is a bit fried.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How about you? You good? All recovered?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, the brain's getting there after. So we just played at the Reading Brick Show this weekend, just gone. Yeah, it was awesome. We'll chat more with Sam because he was also there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting there. Recovering. It was a lot. I didn't quite appreciate how intense it would be.
And it's essentially 2 days on your feet, though, isn't it? As well, and sort of being on, if that makes sense, as well. You know.
Yeah. I need to do leg day more before the next show. That's what I learned from that.
But also not just the day before either. That's a very bad idea.
Yeah, you know what? Because I did think I was like, I won't do leg day this week because I know that is a bad idea to have aching legs before you even start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll go into chat about it a bit more with Sam. So yeah, just go through the chat quickly. Say hello to people.
Yeah.
So hello out there too. BR Bricks, hello. Your first Mockheads episode, I believe. Hello and welcome. Coaster Bricks, who I believe was Emily before.
Yep. Hi,
hello. Hello, Mark and Nicole, Lady Brick. I also saw Redmond. Hello. And Tech. Hello again. Yes, we do have someone here waiting on the sidelines.
Sour grapes, I think.
So we keep clicking the same ones, don't we? Hello, TJ. How you doing? I hope you're good. I think
Excuse me.
That is it for the moment. Did I say hello to Mark? If I didn't, hello again.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool. So I reckon let's bring our guest in.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So I'll just quickly. Yes, he does. He cares more about us, Tech, I think.
Oh dear.
But yeah, this week we've got on Not That Sam Smith. Fantastic builder. Seems to just be able to do whatever he puts his hand to.
Definitely.
Massive Star Wars fan, but also builds other stuff too. He's not limited to just one thing, even one style. And looking forward to having a look at everything he does. And
quite a wide palette, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, with all that said, let's bring in Sam.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. Part of a post-con cold, but outside of that, getting through. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've managed to dodge that. Luckily, I was already had a cold a couple of weeks ago, so I'm hoping that's what's saving this one.
You forward one.
Yeah. But yeah, how was your time at Reading?
I really enjoyed Reading. Normally, what I will explain when it gets to a lot of these MOCs coming up, most of them were built for conventions, and a lot of them were built far too close to the day of the convention than they should have been. Reading was probably my least stressful show I've had so far. So it was very plain sailing and just easy.
Yeah, because you were set up pretty quickly, weren't you?
Yeah.
As well.
All of the MOCs ever were designed to be set up and taken down very, very quickly. Whereas before, particularly with Bricksized, that wasn't the case.
Yes, yeah. We've obviously spoken to Seth about that, but we can it'd be good to go into that and see your side of it a bit.
I kind of a bit of a shock on the Saturday morning when I got there to set up, and you guys had already set up. I was like, oh, what's going on? I'm a bit confused. It was a bit of a
decided to take it a bit easier this time, not to hand yourselves quite as much.
Exactly, yeah. Have a lot less on our plate.
It was quite a relaxed show, it felt like.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Had a really good atmosphere.
Yeah. It was never like overwhelmingly busy, which I think is quite good.
Yeah.
You always to move around.
So I think they got in trouble last year, they were saying, because they had too many people through and the venue weren't impressed. So yeah, I think they said it was 3,000 people, just over 3,000 across the whole weekend.
Yeah, and they had turn-ups as well, didn't they, on the day? A couple.
Yeah. It was a couple hundred each day, maybe. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't overly full, and it was quite nice. There was moments when it would just suddenly get quiet, and that's when you realise that they're doing the robot wars.
Yeah. With that horrendous mic that you couldn't hear anything out of. I don't even know if you
I think it's a special one you buy. It's like you talk into it, it just muffles what you say.
That's their one upgrade for next year, is get a better mic. Outside that, it's good.
They might as well just shouted it, because I didn't understand a single word.
Just
you could hear two words at the end, and you have to try and work out what the announcement was. Like when they were announcing the raffles were happening, I should just see, oh wait, I think it might be going on.
Everyone's suddenly going over there saying, oh, there must be that, let's go.
Yeah.
Or the other thing then was the sort of the klaxon noise that they had. It's like, okay, yeah, someone's done something. I think is that the noise of the pit opening up or something.
Oh yeah, I think there's like a hole in the middle, wasn't there? That, getting knocked down or something like that.
Oh, excuse me.
Cool. Okay, let's. I reckon let's dive into Sam. Let's talk about Sam. Are you right to take us through how you got into mocking, like what your kind of style is, your inspirations, aspirations, that kind of thing?
Okay. At the very beginning, I when I was like a kid, I never really had that many sets as like complete sets. I was much more of a fan of the big jumbled bin of parts. And I would just always create random stuff out of that and immediately destroy it and then build something new. And that's kind of how I've always looked at Lego ever since. It's like, sets are cool. I do buy them, but they're not like my favorite part of Lego. For me, it is MOCs. That is my go-to. It's what I find joy out of in Lego. That's cool. I wouldn't know exactly where I'd say I get my style from. It would be from like the Lego Star Wars mock building community from like the mid 2010s, when like buildings, like big diorama building series started. Those I always found so cool and was so inspiring. And I always said to myself, oh, I'm gonna build giant 20 base plate MOCs. And then when I tried to build one for Bricksized, we all saw how that went.
But it was a success.
We'll get to that. It will be a complete underdog success story by the end of it. Just wait and see.
And so the mid 2010s, the inspiration, mid 2010 Star Wars, was that kind of the start of your mocking inspiration? I suppose, but you've been mocking for a long time, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a dark age in Lego, so to speak. It's a case of there's just been times where I was more on it than others, but I never really. What really annoys me is I never really like took pictures of any of the MOCs I'd built before I started my YouTube channel. Really.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair though. And you're still young. You got those. But I guess that's also like kind of the beauty of it, right? If you've been mocking from a young age, right? So, oops, sorry, I just got ad blocker doing a pop up. Ironically, so yeah, you've been mocking from a young age, which you've got a head start on a lot of people, right? Like, because like for myself at least, I had a dark age, and now I'm getting on for 40, and yeah, it just means like I will never get to a certain level because my it's not that flexible anymore.
I don't think it's a case of you can never get there. It's just I find it quite weird generally to compare MOCs to other MOCs because they're so unique and like they're yours. It's what you spent time on, and everybody will like take something different out of each person's MOC and like it for different reasons.
That's a very fair point. Very wise as well.
I guess it's like almost like art in that way, isn't it? As well, because
it's totally like art.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's very true. So, other than the mid 2010 Star Wars stuff, what's your inspirations for your MOCs? Because it's not just Star Wars that you do, right? You do, all sorts of stuff.
I'd say I think I would say that I was very heavily just Star Wars until maybe about a year ago, and it became a thing of like there is a bit of a stigma about Lego Star Wars fans, generally speaking, of them.
Yeah, a little bit. I suppose. Well, I think there's a thing about Star Wars fans.
It's just Star Wars fans generally, and like part of me wanted to show like I can do stuff outside. I can do stuff outside of grey as well.
You're nice Star Wars fan. And to be fair, what even do you mean outside of grey within Star Wars or just outside grey as a Star Wars theme? Because your builds aren't.
Kind of both. Yeah, kind of both. I'd say.
Yeah. And then so the non-Star Wars stuff, like what's your kind of approach on them, or is there anything that what inspires you on that and sparks that?
Most of my stuff up until before the MOCs was quite strongly IP based, where I'm like depicting something that's happened in a film or a TV show or something like that. But then when the MOCs came along, we'll get into them a bit later, but it's just a case of it was freedom that I never really had before. So I don't know where I'd say I got my inspiration from. It was just a case of taking a minifigure, finding what can I do that's interesting to turn this into a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yes, mate. And in terms of like aspirations, you display quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
And do you have goals with your MOCs? Like when you're building a MOC, like do you set yourself any goals to start with? Like I know that. I imagine
I have an endpoint picture in my head where I want it to get to, and I'm very much a person where like I don't like leaving something if I'm not happy with it. I'm very specific about like just making sure to get a section right and just keep trying at it. Very often to my detriment of time. But,
I guess there's the pressure. There's a bit of a deadline.
It's the perfectionist in me. That wants to get it right.
You either got to work loads or do it start quite far in advance.
So I suppose it takes longer than for you to be satisfied with the MOC or that it's done, as it were.
Yes.
In that sense, it's like.
Are you a bit of a perfectionist? Would you say?
100%. Yeah. There's. Yeah, some especially when you're like leading up to convention, there's like times where like you can't be anymore and you've just got to go with it. But like, and I'm quite good at like accepting the point where like, right, this is where we're at. Just keep. But like, if there's something that's not for a convention, I'm very like, I want to be happy with it before I post it anywhere or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, I was going to ask about like because once you put in the video. that you're not necessarily displaying then. So that's kind of like the point that you actually are 100%. Well,
yeah.
Would you say 100% happy with it, or kind of more 90 to 100% happy with it?
It's difficult. It's an age-old saying in the Lego community. A MOC's never truly done.
No.
So I'd say 99%. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
A question that we've not really asked anyone in a little bit, but would you go on Lego Masters?
Oh, I'd totally do it. I'd do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think it would be so much fun. My issue would be the time though. I would, because as I said in the directions, I would be twiddling on a tiny bit for the first 3 hours of the 10-hour challenge, and then I'd be completely screwed.
yeah.
Would you say that you're quite quick with coming up with the ideas for something? So you're not like in Lego Masters, they're like, you've got to all these bricks and you've got to build, the theme is this and you've got to build something. Would you say you're quite quick coming up with an idea and then?
I watch a lot of the versions of the show, and I always do the thing in your head, like, what would I build if I was given this challenge?
Yeah.
And usually it's like I'm stuck between three, and I'd probably be the case of like, oh, umming and ahhing about which one to do, and then I don't do anything.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because people seem to get stuck on the idea part of it, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine the pressure is quite easy to underestimate. But there's also an element of like you just got to start on something.
Yeah. I think a lot of the builders in there are really underrated about how much they get done in 10 hours. When I look at how much I get done in 10 hours,
yeah.
Yeah,
they have some proper works of art. I think there's an element, admittedly, of like because it's not just a solid 10 hours, right?
They'll get breaks.
Break overnight or whatever on the bigger.
That's going to be drawing giant diagrams of like, right, this is our exact plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, but even so, I do pictures of stuff, and it takes me 10 hours to make one little thing. The size.
Do you think it'd make a difference if you had access to, like, they've got access to like an absolute ton of bricks? Do you think if you had access to more bricks or like more of every type of brick, it would make things that bit quicker because you don't have to think of solutions?
I think it would be like a perfectly sorted parts collection that you can dive into and do whatever from. I think would definitely be helpful. Yeah,
that's the goal.
And would you want an experienced partner or an inexperienced partner? That seems to be like the combo, right? Of the teams.
I don't know what type of partner I'd want. I'd want someone who could, someone who could like help on ideas, and someone that could, someone that I can trust, essentially.
Yeah.
See, I didn't want to ask. Put you on the spot.
We've discussed this many times before. He doesn't want to do it, and I was like, if I go back to the UK, I'd apply immediately.
You might have to do it with a little kid because that's the UK format, isn't it? I guess.
Oh yeah, who's kid? I'd take text child and just leave her in the corner. He can be cute to the camera. They're like, you can't eliminate a baby. Come on, man. Just sail straight through at the final.
That's a bit of a cunning plan there, I think.
Talking of parts collections and organisation, what's your setup like?
Absolute on-site.
Oh, it's a mirror behind you. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought you had.
That's the good bit. You'll notice like a lot of the drawers are sticking out, overflowing with parts, and I've got like these drawers here that are like, those are loosely sorted, but like I've got about 5 or 6 or 10 different like brands of trays. Like nothing's that consistent. It's a type of parts collection that if anybody else was put in here and told to find this piece, they'd struggle. Like I'm quite okay at knowing where everything is. I think
this is it though, right? It's your own setup. So no one else is really I was going to say no one else is really coming in to build with you. But I don't know. Do you do collaborations? Like, do you build with others? Like, have you built with tech other than that Bricktastic? Say,
kind of. There was a MOC which one of the pictures is we were doing a scarf collab last year, and
this is your ship, right?
Yes, this is and of course the night before the convention, we ended up not going to sleep because we had so much to build. I'd finished the wings of the ship, and Tech had like a lot of like base plates to finish, so we ended up just staying up all night finishing off these base plates. Yeah, this is basically.
This is amazing.
This was built in a week. This is
a week.
This is what I mean about time crunch.
You can do an awful lot in a week, mate.
Yeah. I'm super proud of how this came out versus like how because there was a point where I was like, this is just not getting done.
But
I think I saw some of the videos on that. Actually, they were the stress was real at the time.
Honestly.
But this is a beast as well. It's not even like a small build. Like,
it's
proper.
Yeah, it's a bit like there's a minifig next to it for scale. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened with this one is I thought I've got a genius idea. I'm gonna build one of the wings and figure out how that works, and then instead of building the other 4, put the parts of the other 3 into bags and build them on the train on the way up to Dex. Soon to realize I just forgot like 20 parts that were supposed to be in each of the wings, and I got there. I was like, right, well, how do I get this finished? Luckily, Tech led me into some of his part collection to finish them off, and they still look even and equal. So it worked out in the end. But I was building those wings very late at night.
Really pushing on the train, from the train on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There was which part was it in one of the videos? I can't remember which one. There was a part that you were having a bit of a challenge with. Was it the cockpit? I want to say.
Yeah, the cockpit. Because I wanted it to like fit a seat a minifigure in it. This doesn't actually. I think all of the windows are like blacked out with just black bricks.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And so you had source material for this. Like, did that?
Yes.
Help?
This is based off Rogue One.
Yeah. Did that make it easier to build something? Like, would you have had come up with something like this from your imagination, or? Yeah, having pictures easier.
Yeah, I think when you have a source material, it is much easier, but it's also easier and more difficult in senses. It's easier because you've got a direction, you know what it's supposed to look like, but then because you know what it's supposed to look like, if you can't quite capture a detail, then you're like, it's not. What I mean, one thing about being a perfectionist, it's like I want to get it a bit more right.
Yeah, fair enough. But still, this is amazing, and in a week as well.
Pretty much. It was done. I don't know why I left it so late. I don't know what I was doing, but now I thought, I can bash that out in a week, easy.
It looks like a proper, like an actual set, like a UCS set.
I don't know. I don't know how many pieces would be in it, but it was heavy.
Did you have to order anything for it as well? Did you plan it out much beforehand?
That's the thing. I didn't because I only had a week. I had to like build it out of my own parts collection without using Bricklink, and that was a really scary part.
That's amazing, considering
there's a Star Wars collection and a lot of grey. the orange was tough to figure out.
And have you still got this built now as well, or parts of it?
I've got it actually partially just beside me here.
Ah.
Yeah, let's make you full screen.
Reference. No, it's flying off it.
Oh, okay.
This is where it's at currently.
Oh, wow.
The wings have fallen off, and the front has fallen off.
Okay.
That is what it looks like. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it is.
It's a good indication of size. Again, isn't it that way?
Is it kind of like a lot of brick inside, or what did you?
It's pretty much just like I thought for some reason that like strength-wise, if I literally just filled the entire interior with bricks, it would be just so heavy that it wouldn't break apart.
Mhm.
Because like the bricks have nowhere to go, essentially.
Would you, if you did it again, would you do anything like a Technic frame inside? Are you confident with Technic? I'd say
Technic is a whole battle in itself.
yeah.
I think for the frame, I'd probably stick to what I did. The one thing about this MOC that I wish I could do, but I didn't, was the wings are meant to like fall down to be in like flight. The MOC, it was meant to be landed, but yeah, those wings are fixed in there. I wish it was able to fly down.
Is that something that you like? Would you ever go back and redo that, do you reckon? Or are you a bit of like, I know you said about a MOC never being finished, but do you ever go back to a MOC when you're done with it?
Yeah, I think this, I'm done with it. It's because there's like so many things I want to build. I don't want to like go back to it. But yeah, I'm very happy where this finished.
Yeah, well, you should be, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
And would you? Awesome. And I guess in general, like, will you keep this built, or do you take your MOCs apart? Does it depend, or yeah?
It depends. Usually on the bigger stuff like this, I will have to take it apart just so I can use the parts again.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But like for like the smaller things, I do like to keep it together as best I can, even though I've got no space to keep it.
Yeah. But then it's easier to find a space for the smaller things, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you can kind of put it somewhere. Doesn't have to be like on a special display or anything. Like just like stick it in a corner somewhere. And,
exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I did want to have a look at this. Like, is this? Well, first off, that's a lantern. I didn't even know.
That is a lantern, yeah.
Ah, it's all symmetrical. So how have you? Is it? I was going to say, how have you done it so it's both ways? But is it using the 1x2 rounded?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with that piece. It's one of my absolute favorites. Basically, it's not attached at all to the top side.
This?
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, I see. There was a hook there. Oh, okay, so it's just. I guess it's quite light structure, is it?
Yeah, it's and you can just lean it against it, and it'll be pretty much fine. So yeah, it's clipped in, and then got some studs in it, and then like that. It kind of looks like a lightsaber blade. On the other end, it's got two studs, kind of symmetrical to each other.
In here, in the lantern bit,
yeah, and then it's just that again.
That's two studs, and then
what's
in the two studs there? Is it one of these? Or was it
no, it's one of.
It's a hook, like the spanner style.
Kind of, yeah. It's the. Please have one. This is me disproving myself where I said I know where all my parts are.
I didn't know that those lanterns came in like this grey.
Yeah, I think it was from a Mario set.
Take your solo out. So
I never bought the set, but I do like looking for new recolors.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one.
Quite differently.
I was going to say, I'm always on New Elementary every month when they release that list.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was good looking at it today, actually. I didn't appreciate Duplo. Duplo's got some really cool pieces. And I'm starting to think about like maybe doing something for New Hashima, and I was looking at it and I was like, because I want to try and use some weird and wonderful pieces like people seem to. And there had some really cool stuff.
Which is annoying. Oh, there might be one in this one. 2 seconds. We can still have a look.
But those, rounded 1x2 plates, I do love them. Yeah. And these, like, I don't know what these pieces are called, like, that look like little table tennis bats.
The little stud with a bar hanging off them. Such a good piece.
Yeah.
You get them in everything as well, don't you, for spares? It's like...
Yeah,
you always get spares, don't you? Yeah. But yeah, that's... Yeah. Sorry, guys, go for it.
No, I was just going to say, because they use them in, obviously, the Galaxy Explorer, didn't they, to help get that cool angle sort of decorative piece on the edge, just to finish it off. It's such a useful piece. I'll use it more.
That's like a really like interesting angle you can put pretty much anywhere you want.
Yeah, and those 1x2 rounded plates, you can make any angle you want, basically, can't you? If you put enough of them together. I was using them to like hold a tree together or something, and I just had it, so I could just connect them. However, I mean, it wasn't held together very well, but held together enough so it wasn't falling apart. But you could just, I had like a loop going round around the back, and yeah, it worked really well.
Well, they've just brought out that new. It's almost like a snot brick, but with a curved end instead.
Yeah, the 2-plate tall
the
one.
Really good as well. Very useful for angles.
Yeah, that looks really cool. That bit. I'm looking forward to having a bit of a play about with that. I think yes, should have a bunch of them coming in lug bulk. I think. Yeah. D-snot. That's got quite a cool name already. Get some compliments as well. Good GPU. Do you go for like you were saying about using interesting parts or getting?
Yeah. Sometimes like if there's a way I think I can incorporate something, I will try and get it in there just because I always find it fun. Yeah, using pieces where they're not supposed to be.
Do you ever go into a build with that in mind? Like, I want to use certain bits, or I want to get random bits in.
Yeah, it usually won't be a case of like I want to put random parts in here. It usually be I find the part first and like think of an idea for it, and then try and meet it together.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I'll just gonna say hello to anyone out there that we haven't seen yet. Hello out there too. I did see Martin, Madlib, hello, and Carrie from the Big Bods. Maybe Ian is with her. And KO, hello. Did we say hello to TJ? I think so, but if not, hello TJ. My brain has still not caught up from from the weekend, so apologies everyone. Also forgot to say a couple of things that I meant to say right at the beginning, over half an hour ago. That we've got a poll going. I say a poll, it's not really a poll, but the question is for this week, how do you get yourself out of a rut, creatively speaking, or otherwise, I guess. Like for myself, for instance, I feel quite tapped out of MOCing at the moment. I think with Reading having a deadline and getting my build done, and I'm like, cool, I'm done for a while. I'm starting to want to build again. But yeah, like how do you get out? Inspire yourself to do something or get out of a rut. There's no
that's where deadlines
the poll, but yeah. Sorry, go for Sam.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like with deadlines for conventions, that does really help with like getting you, because you're like, well, there's, I can't sit around like,
yeah. Ooh. You have frozen some.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's basically after Bricktastic, especially, I was very burned out. But it's just a case of finding. Sometimes it's like jumping to a new block before jumping back.
Okay.
But yeah,
you have multiple projects on the go.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in general, do you work on multiple things at once then?
I'd say so. Yeah. I've got, I'd say, 4 projects on the go at the minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Some of which are in a lot better states than others, and some of which I've worked on a lot more recently than others. But yeah.
I'm guessing as well that you kind of have to, depending on like show deadlines, will depend on how much you're focusing on each.
Yeah. prioritize that, prioritize what video you want to put out next. That's like where you're juggling.
Oh yeah, of course, because I guess you've got the video side of it as well. So does that, and maybe that will come more into play with the mech conversation later. But does that gear dictate what you're building to some extent?
To some extent, I'd say that shows take a slightly higher precedent because the videos can come out whenever, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, so you need to make sure it's actually all there.
Exactly.
Physically there, as opposed to.
Yeah. yeah. A video can wait, like you say, right? I mean, I'm sure you've got like a little bit of pressure there because. Like release however.
I think before the one I just put out, it'd been like 4 months since I'd posted it, and I was like, "Oh my god, something needs to go out because this is I can't do this." Yeah,
yeah, that's fair enough.
I guess when you're doing it that way as well, you're the only one that knows the video deadline, whereas opposed to if it's a show, everybody knows the show deadline. You're like, oh god.
I'm a lot more lenient to push a video deadline back than a show. So right, that can wait another week. I need to get this done.
Do you build many sets? And I say that because I ask that because when I'm getting back to like the being stuck in a rut kind of situation, sometimes I'll just stop mocking and build some sets so I'm still doing Lego, but it's not really thinking about it so much.
I wouldn't say that I build sets like to get out of a rut, like you said, but like I do enjoy them. It's really useful for like learning new ways how they're doing things, finding new pieces you didn't even know existed, or just like having cool stuff because Lego puts out really great stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I think it would be.
Sorry, mate, I cut off that last. You said it would be. I think it would be a shame.
I'm just saying that Lego put out really cool stuff all the time, and I think it would be too much of a shame to not build a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good way of learning stuff. I mean, you see it, don't you? So, in the shows, like the blacksmith shop's probably a good example that they did that roof, and then all of a sudden it's everywhere. Everyone's
Yeah, and it's good to just kind of get to know the pieces a bit better as well, and how you can use them, or even like so. I built the that one, the gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet, and there's so many gold pieces in there, and now it's like, okay, I could take that apart and like figure out something very gold to make with it.
Parts pack.
Yeah, well, I did. I was like, maybe I'll go just get another one because there's so many gold pieces in all sorts of different shapes and sizes.
And have you ever done when you're building a Lego set? Have you either learned anything new technique-wise, or have they ever done something you thought, well, I've already done that? So they've maybe echoed something you've done that way.
I don't think I've ever found a set where it's like done something that I do. My favorite theme for techniques has got to be Speed Champions.
Okay.
The amount of crazy stuff they can get done in an 8-wide car is mind blowing. How they can twist stuff upside down, put it in the sideways, put it wherever, and create something that looks really smooth is crazy to me.
Oh, yeah. I think we've said that before, haven't we, as well, that it's like building small, compact stuff sometimes is a bigger challenge sometimes than building something a bit bigger because it's trying to get as much detail in something, as you say, 8 studs wide. Yeah. You're like, wow.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it, that space? I do need to build more of the cars. Yeah, they look so cool. I'm trying to think I think it must have been. I need to take note of the. Do you take note of the like techniques in instructions? Do you have any tips on how to actually just remember the techniques? Because I see all these cool things. I'm like, wow, that's amazing, and then I forget about it, and I need to take note of stuff.
Yeah, there is often good stuff I see that I don't take notes of. It's just like, oh, that's really interesting and cool. I probably should do the same. Yeah, keep a note on them and see if they come into any use.
I do find that if you built it and then like particularly the smaller ones that don't take up quite as much space. If you've got it on the shelf, sometimes if you're trying to work something out, you sort of you're sort of thinking, your eyes wander. You're like, oh, actually, that's got a good technique. What if I can maybe use that? So that's then you can just go back to the instructions maybe because it's easy on the app, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, the app is good for it. I mean, I had it recently for a chair. It was just like, I want to just see how Lego. I know they do them in the blacksmith set, so I'll go see how they do it and see if I can justify like the size of it and all of that. I was like, okay, they actually made them quite massive in that set, so size is fine. I'm going to just bring up some of your other builds to have a look at because we've only had a look at the ones so far, so we're good to have a look at them. Let me just close that so my computer doesn't cry.
Does that?
So I'll start with the first one you sent. I guess actually kind of to give another question, but like, how long have you been displaying at shows for?
This funny to say, this was the first MOC I ever displayed at a show.
And how long had you been building before this? Then I guess
I think I got my first I think I've been MOCing properly for maybe I'd say for like 8 years. I think I've been MOCing like stuff that's like where I can still remember what they look like, kind of. But yeah,
before. So you've been MOCing for 8 years before this, or you have been
before this. I think it's been like I think about like 2014 is like the oldest MOCs that I can remember in my head.
Okay, so this was 2022 then?
Yes, I think this was like summertime 2022 when this was built.
Okay, nice. And what is it for?
This is like I say, I base stuff off IPs. This is my own creation. This is my own idea. Like, it's not based on a show or a movie or anything.
Right. I couldn't help but notice you got Zeb up there.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, so Star Wars. Like, what's the idea behind it?
The idea I had behind it was like I'd worked out like the angles of like the base bottom bit with all those angles, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I want to build like a straight on structure from this. And yeah, it just kept growing from there, and I'm super happy with how this one came out.
It looks amazing, man.
This was my first convention. In my first convention, I displayed it, and my first convention disaster, quote unquote, where I had not planned in like how I was gonna transport it, and when it came out of my case, it was in tatters. I was building it. I think the show opened at 10 o'clock, and I was like still building it at 11:30, on my knees in front of the table, like where all the public are, like on my knees, like staring at it, like still trying to piece it together.
Did you do a video of that? I seem to remember. Is this the one?
I did back in the day.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that was your first. I didn't appreciate that was your first show.
And did you manage to get it rebuilt to look pretty much exactly the same as this again?
Yeah. It did get finished in the end, and I was able to relax. But yeah, it took some trying to get there.
and was the overall build quite close to how you envisaged it? How you originally envisaged? I can't think of how you originally saw it.
Yeah.
Was this picture taken before you displayed it?
This, I think it was taken after. I built it, packed it up, just like got it out, broken, displayed it, packed it away again, took it back home. It was broken, rebuilt it again, and then I took the pictures. So I built the MOC like 3 times.
Dedication.
Yeah.
I love the angles that you've got going on. Like, you've got whatever the shape is. It's a hexagon, almost kind of like half hexagon, all the straight angles at least.
I'm not sure exactly what shape it is, but yeah, I'm really happy with how all the angles look.
And you've got the rounded bit there, and the fact that you've got you just got a good balance of straight lines and rounded areas as well.
Yeah, I just like using like all these like mechanical looking pieces to create like this. This gives me like a real Star Warsy vibe. This is closer to a grey Star Wars MOC, but I do like putting in some colours like the trans blue.
I was going to say that really sets it off, I think, doesn't it? It's almost like that power sort of flowing through it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you've got these bits of blue around here as well, and like the gherkin olive green colour.
Gherkin.
You rename now. Gherkin green.
It's gherkin green. Yeah, because I know there's the thing about Star Wars being grey, and there is a lot of grey, but then it does mean that the colours that are there
they do pop a lot more because of it.
Yeah, and how I was going to look. How did you get the studs facing out here? Is that with headlight?
Those are headlight bricks. Yeah,
with a stud, with 1x1 plate in them.
Yeah, this is my patented not that Sam Smith wall technique, which you'll find in a couple of MOCs that I sent over.
Okay, cool.
Sticking as many bricks as possible into walls to make them look more detailed. Like I think there's masonry bricks in there, headlight bricks, ingots. My trick is to never use actual bricks, just use like plates, and then other masonry bits, and then studs, and then
nice.
Just make it look as like worn and detailed as possible.
Yeah, it's the texture, isn't it? Because you've got like coming angle bits coming out, going in, and then it's kind of like that brick and mixed with metal as well.
Yeah,
right. Which Star Wars a lot throughout. Gordon's asking, what are the real thin pieces in that wall? Is it these bits hit you? Ingots?
No, those are ingots. Yeah.
I don't know if those are the bits you mean, Gordon.
And then the dark grey bits to the left, I think those are ladders. Yeah, stacked on top of each other.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's got like 4.
Yeah.
Whatever each bit. And how have you done? Is this? I'm just trying to figure out how you've done that bit. Is that?
Those
how have you got it behind the back there?
With the curve.
Yeah.
I think those are these like hinge plates.
Okay.
Like on their side building up, and then like on top of them.
Okay.
Is like
okay, cool.
The 2x2 plate with like a stud on the side.
Sorry, let me just make you full screen so we can have a proper look.
It's like one of these like hinge plates with like one of those stacked on top of it.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Like you attach the wedge plate onto that, so it's on its side, and then it like kind of covers up the gap.
And then you just repeat that. You just put another one of those
and then
on
you
top.
kind of like create like an arch out of that.
Nice. Okay, that is a very cool technique.
Yeah,
I like the use of the binoculars here as well for like height, or like detail at least. And here,
they're good pieces, man.
That's a greebling. Is there like? Have you got any like? Is there a technique or like what's your approach to greebling?
I've got in my like part stores here what I call my greebling bins, which are like these like grey ones, like in like light grey and dark grey, where it's just like interesting small bits, and I always have them by my side when I'm building like stuff like that MOC. And then if I'm like I need a detail here, and I just look around and see what'll fit.
Okay.
So
nice. Yeah, that's the way I do.
I kind of got that for rocks, like interesting rock pieces.
Oh yeah,
but I haven't done greebling yet. I have to give it a go. I do want to do a post-apocalyptic Star Wars cyberpunk. So, something like that. Try and mash them all together. So I think I have to get a greebling pot drawer.
Yeah.
set to one
It's-
side.
So it's kind of like bricks going in every direction you can think of in this. As well.
Yeah.
I was just looking at it.
Yeah, they really are on there. You've got a lot of these bits as well. These like I don't know what they're called. The kind of triangular with the stud, and then they've got that little. I don't even know what they're used for. The bit
I
sticking
think
out.
they were on some old TIE fighters from like the late 2000s and the late 2010s. I think I got them all off of online Pab. I think it's where I
Nice.
ordered them from.
Are you what kind of Star Wars fan are you? Which trilogy? Do you have a favorite trilogy? While we're here,
I'd say I lean to. I'd say I lean towards prequels, even though my favorite film is Episode 6.
Okay.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, fair. Episode 6 is the best one. I also really liked the. I've just noticed this again. These bits look like they're really good for greebling. The
Yeah, game changers, definitely.
yeah, okay.
You see the telephone
these
used
two-
a lot as well, didn't you? The actual telephone piece. I
Oh,
think
the
you've got-
telephone.
Yeah.
That's another excellent greebling piece. Yeah.
I like the teeth in the door here as well,
Yeah.
like interlocking. But yeah, that is fantastic. And that was your first show. That was, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair size as well.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's probably about a 48 by 48 base plate, I think.
Oh,
Like you
okay.
can sit it on
Okay.
quite.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, fair
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick. Oh yeah, this is the one, the Zillo Beast of Malastair. Is that what you
Malastair,
said?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the planet. This is based on a Clone Wars episode.
Right.
Yeah, this is like the indestructible, well, mostly indestructible
Yes.
beast, right?
Yeah, this was my first ever like creature build.
Mhm.
It's
So-
yeah, it's really good first build.
It's a nice colour as well with this, with the purple, the red. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
actual
but basically,
beast as
like the planet that it's set on has like the ground is pretty grey or black or whatever, but it's all got this like purple mist around it.
well. Oh, okay.
And I was trying to think,
Yeah.
right, how can I incorporate that so you can see it in the mock? And then I decided like I was going to do like a purple base layer, and then surround it with like these grey rocks with like wedge plates where you can see cracks running through it.
it's really effective.
I'm
And I
really
just
happy with it,
like
yeah.
this bit as well. I really like this bit. That's really like nice
but
and
we can
effective.
sink into the.
We've got the same on the other side as well. No, yeah, yeah, and again the color popping, like obviously grey is like there, bit of it, but there's loads of colors going on in there. To be honest, like the creature itself.
It's quite colourful for a Star Wars mod.
Yeah. And you've got like I think again, did you do a video for this? I seem to remember seeing a clip of you like pouring out lots of green. I don't know if
Yeah, there's a bunch of trans.
kind of
You can see
Oh,
trans green with my
nice.
2 bricks because like
Yeah.
that's kind of what's in the back there.
Oh, that's it.
because that's like the what they is it like a fuel of some sort. That
Yeah,
eat?
and you, like this pig
it?
has
I
like a
can't remember.
toxic luminous green, and that's what draws out the monster.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, because it eats it, doesn't it? But they use something else to capture it. Got a bit of damage there as well.
That's because I didn't have the parts to make 2 of the tanks, so I was like, right, we're gonna cut damage 1.
That's cool, though. That works really well. And that's tank. Is that tank? Is all of this like entirely your own design? Do you ever use like rebrickable or anything like that?
Custom vehicle, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever put anything on rebrickable? Saying that.
I've never built I've never made instructions for anything before. I think I can't remember. I did try it for something, but I just found it too complicated. So I stopped.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because it is another thing, right? Like, yeah, like it's I've only used Studio once or twice, and one of them was to do instructions. It did take a couple of days
Yeah.
to make sure it works and it makes sense. And then you're like, oh, why is it like turn that picture upside down and all this other stuff?
Oh,
Do you use Studio much?
With Studio, basically, the smaller the thing is, the more likely I am to use Studio. because like with bigger stuff, I want to like visualize it, and like with smaller stuff where like I know I'm gonna. A better way to word it is if I know I'm gonna have to order lots of parts for it, I'll just do it through Studio, so I'm not like looking around.
Right.
Whereas,
Okay.
Like, with this, when I'm using most of my own parts collection, then I will just build it. In real life, I guess.
How did you approach the creature on this as well?
Now this does have a Technic frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm trying to remember how I actually did approach it. I think if you look at the next picture, like you can kind of see like the neck slightly bending up. I think there's like flex tubes running down there with like clips connecting the plates to kind of create like
Okay.
a layered
Yeah,
pattern.
because it's kind of like wedged. Is it kind of wedged together a little bit?
Yeah. This is a very illegal build. This one.
How is it?
Yeah, and very fragile as well.
Right. Okay.
But
Held together with.
Like I don't even know how it, like if I was told to replicate this, it would look totally different if I were to do it now because I don't remember. I don't really remember how it went together. I'm kind of shocked that it actually ended up looking like what it was supposed to.
Did it travel okay in the end?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
This the funny story with this one. This was for another show. It did travel okay, but because it was very top heavy. About halfway through the day, I'd just come back to the table, and it was face down in the front of the box. And I was like, "Oh, something's happened here." It was very easy. It was very easy to fix. But yeah,
that's right. Could you get away with saying it was the bit where it was being captured? And
I should have done. Yeah,
put some nets over it or something.
That's
a good idea.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, how you've just done it, I guess, because you've got it at all different kinds of angles, right?
Yeah, I think that the cockpit piece, which is acting as like the eyebrow, is covering a lot of gaps in there as well.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Yes, but it's about like the eyebrow. Did you say? Oh, yeah. I see. Right. Yeah, okay. Cool. Because I was wondering if it was like an eyelid at first, but yeah, cool. So you got the eye there. Because I couldn't remember the exact like. Creature. Body bricks. Yeah, what it looked like, other than it being a beast. I was really impressed just by the lettering as well.
Oh yeah.
I think I did steal the technique of the lettering from somewhere. I can't remember where, but like it's a bunch of the keep bringing out parts to demonstrate.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of like just the 1x4 snot bricks like put on their side, like that, just running like the whole thing down.
Does that then create?
That's kind of what creates those like half stud gaps you can see like between all of the letters, which I think is really cool font style.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like that. I was wondering how you managed to get that gap between them. Okay, noted. What's the structure like inside here? Is that all brick built as well?
That one, I don't think that's as full as the Zeta class was. I think that's probably just like stacks of 2x2 bricks, just like supporting it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can get away with quite a lot of like air in there, can't you?
Makes it a bit easier to transport if it's not super heavy though as well, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. I'll have a look at I'll just see how many more we've got in here before we actually, yeah, we'll look at this and then we've got the Indiana Jones MOC to look after that. We definitely have to look at that.
Oh, look at the curves in there.
So this is Doku, right?
Yeah,
Anakin
is
versus
from the
Doku.
beginning of episode 3.
Oh yeah, of course the only invisible.
Yeah, you've got loads of different angles going on here as well.
Yeah, this is another very Greeble heavy Star Wars build.
Yeah, okay. It's very much about like the room, right? Like I quite like that. The story is like here and like little bits of some droids dotted around. that's very much focused on the room itself.
Yeah.
So this is when you guys did like the different lightsaber duels.
Yes, this was, we were doing one. It started as one lightsaber duel from every film, but then it quickly became. Some films like only have one lightsaber fight in it, and it's not very interesting because we did one of 3 Luke versus Darth Vaders in a row at some point. So it ended up just becoming lightsaber battles. But yeah,
that's cool. What made you focus, like, do the whole room? Is it just something you wanted to do, or like rather than do something closer up?
It was a type of MOC that like. I hadn't really seen it that often, and I just always thought it was quite an interest. Like when I picture the room, like to me the important parts are like I wanted to get the chair in, I wanted to get like the balcony in, and like the back door as well. And then I was like, right, well I need to fill out all the other areas as well to make it.
Yeah, okay. Because I guess once you've got those bits in, and it's like, well, you kind of got to
exactly
you show the whole thing, right? Because otherwise you just got a thin strip of of a room.
Uh-huh.
How long did it take you to do this?
This one,
2 days.
I want to say took about a month.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Is there like a particular?
This was, yeah, as you can see, it was built for a convention, but I don't think this was like this wasn't a stress build.
Okay.
It's one of the rare occurrences where I got it done like a couple of weeks before the convention was due.
Is there a particular bit that you're most proud of in this one, or what you please how it came out?
I really like the if you zoom like besides the doors, like those like wall features there.
These bits. Sorry, these here.
Those bits, yeah. I just, like behind there is such a crazy concoction of pieces to like layer up all those cheese slips to face the right way to get so the grills are facing forward while like the black bits don't move, and it's
Okay, because is that an arch there then?
That's an arch on the top and the bottom upside down, yeah.
And then, so what's the black bit? Because is that kind of coming out of it, or is that good?
It's a half stud put forward. It's the
okay.
I've got one here in white. It's like that piece on the top.
Okay, like the thread.
Yeah, on the top, and then it like goes forward to face that way when it goes down, and then again turns into the upside down one to the bottom.
Oh, what? What? So how have you done that? So are the top and bottom bits kind of just wedged in there?
They're put on like a bracket.
Okay.
And like and then I layer down all the other. I think it was like the top one, and then a bracket, and then 6 of them down, and then another one. I can't remember how it goes behind.
Yeah, there is a lot going on there for something. That's you wouldn't expect it, would you?
Exactly.
You've got this above as well. But they're on the arch, right? Is that like a 1x1 plate and then a tile on top?
That is a cheese slope with another cheese slope around upside down on top of it.
Oh, upside down, right? Okay, so it's not even attached to the arch; it's attached to.
Yeah, that's attached to the roof, which is also upside down. It was a very in-depth build.
Fair. How long did it take you to figure that out?
That was one of like when I say like twiddling with this like Lego Masters 10 hours was probably spent on that. Very found it. That is what the back side of one of those modules looked like. Yeah,
oh wow!
Like there's a bunch of like bars and random other upside down bits going on there to kind of create that look.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's amazing. Okay,
very in depth.
Is that? Oh, sorry, guys, go for it.
I was just saying you can kind of do a lot with bars to be able to flip stuff around there, can't you? Because obviously you can just thread stuff on. You can turn the studs upside down and
because you can just flip it in and then it can go whatever way you need it to.
Yeah, I think that's something I don't appreciate enough is the fact that you can get a clip with the stud on it and just turn it upside down, right, or whatever angle the bars are. Yeah, I think that's something I'm going to try and build into my builds.
I suppose that's like the good thing with that 1x2 curved as well, because that's got actual holes as well.
Yeah,
so
you can thread little bars to flip it.
Yeah, how on earth do you come up with that? Was it?
I can't remember if in the film the wall does look like that, and I was trying to replicate it, or if it was a case of just right. I've got a blank space here and make the wall look interesting. I can't remember which of the two.
Yeah, okay. Either way is massively impressive.
I'm really happy with that.
And that's just one bit of it as well, because even these like tower bits, the pillars, even they're really cool. Are they like how? What's the technique for them?
Those are again. Let's see if I can try to find the piece. Yes, those I think are these pieces here. It's like centers around these.
Okay.
Like, Exoforce hands going around it, and then like a hollow stud on the Exoforce hand to create like studs going all around, and then
Exoforce hands. Which one are they? The ones that I say spanner piece? Are they used as spanners in like the?
Probably.
What's the name of the cut?
Is that piece there?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, those. I have picked up a bunch of those octagonal bits for stuff like this because they seem like they're very handy. Those, clips and bars, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, and then I guess to then get that, you can have that sat like connected on top of the dish.
Right? That's just as normally put on top of it.
But you've also got this bit.
Yeah,
how's that bit been done?
I know it's that. I think that's that piece that's slightly curved with like the ridge.
Those two pieces, if you put two together, like they've got like a little, like it slopes
like
down, it like cuts under. When you put two together, it does create a really nice smooth.
Nice.
When you've got 8 of them, it does create like a really nice shape like that.
Oh, so it's literally just there. So they're back to back, right? So that's the thicker because it tapers off a bit, doesn't it? So that's the thicker.
They do perfectly meet at the right angle.
Is it one of these bits, isn't it? Yeah. Can't see very well. Yeah, it's one of these.
Yeah, they're really cool. Those bits. So they seem quite versatile, right? Can they use as like shoulder pieces as well on mechs? Maybe.
Very easily. I can totally see it like a Ninjago set or something like that.
Yeah. What's this as well? Is that the chat?
That is where Palpatine is set.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the throne.
Is Palpatine actually in there?
Yeah, he is sat in there.
Nice.
I don't think I got a good picture of him sat there.
That's cool though. Right, let's have a look at.
Oh, here we go.
This one here. So you're displaying this at Reading.
Yeah, this was one of the ones that displayed.
Yeah, man. Again, was this one of your first departures from Star Wars?
I think this was my first video that I put out that wasn't Star Wars related. Basically,
and you went big.
When the official Temple of Doom set got cancelled, I was like, oh right, I want to build that scene, but I didn't want to just rebuild the playset as it would have been. I wanted to try and make it diorama style. Of course, they'd never release this because it's giant and way too many pieces. But
it's massively impressive, and it's got cult stuff in it, I suppose. If that's meant to be the reason why it was canned in the first place.
That's probably why they cancelled the set in the first place.
But
I said the lava's the thing that really sort of draws you in, I think, because
it's just
there we go.
Yeah,
and that's all sideways build. as well?
Yeah, that's all snot plate done in. It's I think what really works in it is like the actual very middle of it is just white,
Yeah.
just to like make it
Yeah.
look like super hot in there. And
It's such a cool technique.
Creating like the layers without like, I think it goes dark red, red, orange, and then like the bright light orange, yellow, bright yellow, white. If the new like orange color that came at the beginning of this year existed, that would have probably got in between the red and the orange as well.
In those two there, right? Yeah.
Just
it's
like
such a good graduation, isn't it? That's why I word of the colours there.
Yeah, I'm super happy.
Yeah, gradient. That's the again, words failing. But then and the overall effect is amazing, and because when you see it, it's quite hard to tell. Even like it just looks like lava. Like you can't. One of them ones that doesn't look like Lego. It looks almost like you've just printed off a picture until you start looking at it, because it's natural.
It does, actually.
Yeah. It's a really cool thing to have. And then you've got your greebling, your wall technique.
That's the exact same rock technique used there. Yeah, it's just many pieces. But I think this one's got some like round ones on the side as well.
Yeah, I like that you've got the bigger round pieces on there.
It's good as well. We've been able to get like the different angles with like the ingot bricks as well, because it just makes it look a bit more realistic, doesn't it? As opposed to
exactly
perfectly stacked, like you would with Lego, I guess. But
yeah. And you've got, so this is rounded. Have you used the 1x2 round plates to kind of form?
That's like you can see just below those pillar pieces. I think it's a full like length of those. That's one of my absolute favorite Lego pieces. Yeah. Like
is it in multiple sections? Like yeah, it's really good for making curves. You can join them all up, do a full kind of circle as well, right? They can go out of shape quite easily. But is this 3 sections to here? Is this one section here?
They're all in sections of like 3 bricks long, and then they've got like those like rounded pillar bits in between them, so they can they've got that little bit of corner space to rotate around.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
And then the actual bottom of the pillars have cylinders next to them, so there's like squares of like all the same space. Yeah,
because that's the thing about having the square bits or like the straight edged bits at an angle. You kind of have to have a round bit next to it, right? Otherwise, they can't sit next to each other. Like the rock work around here as well.
That rock work I wanted to be like just like a single layer thick, quite simple looking, just that like kind of like surrounds the colors like contrast quite nicely.
Yeah. No, it works really well. Is there like a, because it's almost like there's a technique when you've got water, so you have and then water meeting rock work, so then you have darker rock at the bottom to show that it's wet. Yeah. Is there kind of a similar kind of thing? Obviously, it's lava, because you've got the dark grey here.
Yeah, that's kind of like to keep like that consistent band going around. That's kind of doing the same.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. And then, you've got these pillars, which, we've completely ignored the fact that there's a massive statue. That's massively impressive. Like, that's a character kind of creature build in itself, right?
Yeah, the head of that is definitely what took me the longest on this MOC. I think this MOC was a lot. I think this took me about 4 months to get like as I said, like off and on, like doing other stuff at the same time.
4 months, okay. Fair play. I can see why. Because you've also got the technique or the play features built in.
Similarly, because I wanted to make it a diorama set, like the other Indiana Jones diorama. I wanted it to have like little play features where you could twist things and like different things would happen on it. So that's like where those kind of came into it.
Because what have you got built into it? You've got there's like the trapdoor here, right?
Yeah, and those doors open, like the chains go up and down, and like right behind it, you can see there's like another little gap. That's like because for some reason in the film there's like this other little trap door that like the bad guy just like rolls under and escapes.
Oh
out.
yeah,
I
forgot about that. Yeah.
I always found quite weird, but that feature works less well because his dress piece gets stuck in it because he's too wide. But
Right.
besides that, yeah, that's yeah.
And this is going to sound like a really daft question. Is that dark tan?
On the side bits is dark tan. Yeah.
It is. It looks gold.
Yeah, I was going to say. I keep looking at it, thinking it's not gold, is it? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just...
If you look at like the actual like the wider bits of the pillars, that's tan in between that's regular tan in between the dark tan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now,
Cool.
is that some upside down there as well with the
yes,
slopes as well? Yeah.
That is upside down building. That was another like as soon as you touch that, it would like start to separate, and like you just got to be very careful on that.
Right. Okay. So they weren't inverted slopes. That's just
no. Yeah, you can see underneath it. There's like the tiles which are going up.
Oh, what? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like to round it off, so it sits flush on the.
How have you connected them? Is it just pressure holding it together? Or...
It's pressure and like interlocking tile basically. So like it just like holds itself together.
Okay. Nice.
Like layers.
And then this is just where you just like partially you've got it pressed together.
Yeah. This was my first attempt at brick bending, which was very it's not perfect. You can see like some gaps are bigger than others, but like it's only like when I looked at it, it's like I don't know how I'm gonna get that giant arch and tan that goes around the whole thing, and that this was just the best. Best way.
It works, man. It's really cool. Because we haven't really talked about brick bending very much at all. It's a really cool technique. Obviously, it's like highly illegal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But still, is really effective, especially here. And then you've just got. How have you got this wedge piece held in here?
That is the
or slope piece. Sorry, it's like an inverted slope, right?
That's the inverted slope. I don't know if I've got one. Yeah, this one. It's because it's got hollow studs in the back of it.
Of course.
I think it's two jumpers in between it, like, and that kind of like was able to like on the bottom of the jumper hold on like one of the other 1x4 plates, and that's what creates the.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
That's
so cool. I think we've got a closer picture of the statue because it is a beast.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Definitely isn't.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
I really like how you've got the thread.
That was an example of like I looked at the picture, was like I saw myself. Yeah, that was a part that I always wanted to use as the skirt was the tang threads. It's
really cool, and like you got the detail with the skull. What was this piece here?
That was from the old Indiana Jones set, so I thought that was quite a nice homage to the older ones.
That's a good callback. You've got the minifig hands as well.
Yeah, it's minifig hands and minifig skulls to represent the big necklace.
I'll start using more of those.
There's
more common now, aren't they? Like just use minifig hands in builds as well. Like,
yeah. Hands are really good.
They're quite hard. I struggle to find them on like Bricklink and stuff.
That's the thing. I think all of these were taken out of minifigures to get to. I don't think a lot of Bricklink sellers just sell hands on their own.
No, I haven't.
It's annoying.
I think I've seen one person so far, one shop. Is this a fairly sturdy build? It looks like you haven't done anything.
It generally does stay quite good. Like it breaks apart into two sections, like the stand and like the back wall kind of like tears away.
Okay.
Like the bottom bit's very sturdy altogether, and like that just
Yeah, because you can see it's all like connected together with the legs, for instance, and everything looks like it's kind of like it is connected. You haven't got stuff that looks like it's just kind of leaning against each other to prop itself up.
Yeah.
What's this bit? How have you got that bit to sit in there?
That is, you can see it like at the top bit. There's like the hinge, like connecting the two bits of the sword.
Where? Sorry.
And then that I think is just Yeah, I can't exactly remember
Right.
what's going on behind the fingers, but something's
Oh, sorry, that hinge bit there.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's on two brackets, which like prop up each side of the.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think I see something.
So is it mostly held up here? Is the the pressure, and it's kind of just leaning
Yeah,
into that?
Yeah. It's kind of like the weight's offsetting it because it's like leaning back into the other side.
Right. Okay. Clever. So it looks like it should be fairly sturdy in there as well.
It is pretty sturdy. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. It's good how it fits in there.
And this took 4 months, did you say?
Yeah, I'd say about 4 months in total.
How much of that was figuring out the play features?
2 months.
Okay. Fair. Was that the first time doing that kind of thing? Had you done anything like that before?
I've tried around with like mechanics of like motors before.
Okay.
But, like I think that's a really fun way to like give something more to the build, even though they're very different. Like having the idea to do something and executing it so it runs smoothly every time is no small feat.
No.
That trap door is very temperamental, whether it wants to work or not. Because
yeah, you did, because you showed it on Friday or Saturday, I think, didn't you? And there's a bit of like, we'll see if it works or not. It did work. Yeah, it's very cool though.
I don't think that'd get in a Lego set. Yeah, it's not consistent before.
I think there was some videos of you when you're making it and you're having some issues trying to get it to go.
Like the point where you're like turning it and then like the pressure gets too much and the entire build explodes on the set. Excellent.
And if anyone watching, if you haven't seen any of Sam's videos, go check them out, because they're really, really entertaining to start with, and like a funny, like interesting and individual style. But you also I love that you go into like a good bit of detail with how you build stuff.
I always like to show how it's done and how it gets there.
Yeah.
All the film attempts before the successful one.
Oh, there we go. Well-timed banner, Gaz.
Excuse me.
Cool. I think this is a good point to check in the chat and also do mock review. Next, and we can have a look at some other people's mocks. And then after that, we'll have a look at some of your more recent stuff, Sam, with mechs, which I'm sure a bunch of people have seen, but it's quite a departure from Star Wars, and it is
the new direction.
Yeah,
different color palette as well.
Exactly. Yeah, the amount of parts I'd ordered, so like I didn't have colors. I was
like, we'll just say hello to some people. I don't know if we always said hello to Simon, but hello, Simon. Hello, Gecko. Good meeting you on at Reading and seeing your build. That was massively impressive. Yeah, really cool. And hello, Rosie. Topic Bricks. Good meeting you as well. Reading. There was a good crew of us at Reading, actually. I think it was like 10 of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, loads of us. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Mostly all on one bank, apart from Andy and Helen.
Yeah. Next time we'll get us all together.
We'll take over.
Yeah. And hello, Greg, as well. Good having you here. And hello, Tommy. Go check out Tommy Satori D on Instagram. And actually, I'll see if anyone's answered our non-poll. We haven't had anything in the chat. People are saying 70% stick a comment in the chat. Don't know if anyone has. And then 30% saying, I'm taking my advice to the grave, which seems to be 100% of the people so far. But yeah, if you do have any advice on like how to get inspiration for like if you're in a bit of a rut, put it in the chat and we can discuss it. Yeah, so with that said, let's have a look at some other people's mocks. I shall just line up the pictures. And you are first up, Gaz, and I shall just share my screen. I'll give you a bit of a break from talking, Sam.
No worries.
Cool.
There we go. Go for it, Gaz.
Yeah. So I've forgotten the guy's name.
Oh, yeah, I've just realised I need to put it up Bricksized.
That's
There we go.
I did know, and I just completely that's the way my brain works. Yeah, so this is basically a guy on Instagram, Bricksized, has put together I think is it the Furious 5?
Furious 5, yeah.
In Kung Fu Panda. So he's just done them all brick builds. He's done like a series, so he has done it. So it's like each one.
Yeah, we've got the pictures for it as well. So.
I just love them. There was just something about them when I saw them. I just thought it's just done a really good job and just captures it. It's kind of like the sort of Monkey Kids style animation. It's kind of like that to my eye. But it's just sort of really simple but small builds as well, because they're not huge. I mean, you can see the size of the pieces he's used, and he's managed to get a lot of detail in on these. And again, the minifigure hand on the crates.
Yeah, on the foot there, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the foot as well. Yeah, actually, yeah, good. I didn't notice that. I thought that was one of those hook things.
Yeah. So did I. Yeah. I like that's from the Toy Story, isn't it? The toy soldiers.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, actually. Oh, of course. I've just clicked now. I was like, it's got a random plant in the corner, but of course it's not, is it? It's the.
I'm obsessed with the grass. I'm obsessed with the grass piece being menaced. That's so good.
Yeah, I didn't twig at all. I did wonder what that was about. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's incredible.
It's just, but it works. It just sort of fits the style of everything else. And again, like he's used like the leaf piece as well for like the hand for the tigress.
Yeah.
But I think Poe's the one that first caught my attention. So I mean,
it's Poe the panda bear, is it?
Yeah.
Let's go to him first. Yeah,
so it's just I think it's because of the way he's got his hat like covering his face, so he doesn't need to do huge amounts of facial features, but he still manages to capture enough so you know exactly who it is, and it's just really, really, really clever. And again,
he's got the angle.
Yeah. And I think that the cape as well. I want to say that's like more than one cape.
Yeah, it looks like it's multiple capes folded together.
Yeah, this should be folded on. I don't know how they did that.
But,
presumably not glued, but yeah.
I mean, it's in the close-up's good because you get a really good idea of how big it is. Because I think that's like an like they use for R5 for his head for the hands, and then they just got like a clip on the end, and it's like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So he's working quite small, but he's still, managed to get quite expressive and action poses or dynamic poses, I suppose.
Because that's a 2x2 round brick for the arm. Yeah. Right. And he's going to be like the biggest character, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like as big as it's going to get, and like shows the scale of it. And the fact that he's got like one leg higher than the other, he's at an angle as well, right? It's not just like sat straight.
Yeah, it's kind of slightly off to the side, and then you've got like the way the cape sort of billowing out as well. And I think the stick's probably helping with the stability. No, I don't think it is actually.
I think he's just holding it.
Sticks actually. Yeah, I think it's light enough that it can hold on that one stud.
Yeah. And it's at an elastic band as well.
Looks like it.
For the belt. And he's got it going. He's got like going upside down, and then presumably going up.
Yeah, I think
he's built downwards, hasn't he? There.
I think he's built. I think some of it's on the side and some of it's down, and then I think it's
because this is like from a plane or something, isn't it?
Yes, they got Technic and plane engine type piece.
Yeah. And then he's got like one of those
tire, I think, is it? Maybe.
I thought it was like the tentacle piece.
Could be.
Do I have one to hand? Not without knocking over a load of stuff. But yeah, it could also be a tire or like a wheel piece with like the rubber bit, but just at an angle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Question to the panel: are these movies any good? Okay.
The first two are excellent. The third one's okay. I haven't seen the fourth.
No.
There's my speed review.
Yeah, I think I've only seen one or two.
Yeah, I think the second one's the one with the peacock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like that is really cool.
Oh, is that the second one? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have seen two. Here we go. So this is the monkey, right?
Yeah.
Is it an old? Is this the old monkey? Or they're young? I can't remember the characters. No, it's a rat, isn't it? Sorry, is it a rat? That's
it's the red panda. So it's
again, that's it.
Yeah.
It's a red panda. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is monkey. I can't remember his actual name. Probably Monkey.
His name is Monkey.
Right, okay. Again, look at the action that's captured in that.
But I think he's used that action piece. You know, the one that comes in all like the superhero ones. I think there's a lot of that going on, maybe around the shoulders. But I mean, I think that's quite a useful piece anyway if you're getting good angles.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think that must have been used for the head here as well to get it at that angle. Would be my assumption. Using that action piece.
Yeah, good way of attaching it. Yeah, and then obviously they've got the new clear sort of extended action piece as well. I think.
Yeah.
Which I've actually bought a couple of those recently because I think they're just super useful as well.
Yeah, I think they're going to be, aren't they?
It's like just a Technic pin to create the end of the tail. So it's like
yeah, that's really cool. And then that's the piece I was thinking of, like the tentacle that I was wondering if it's using in the other one. It's that thing of like getting so much out of so few pieces.
Yeah.
As well.
And it's obviously this one's built all sideways as well, primarily. And it's like
yeah, because it looks like it's kind of in two parts, at least the torso, right? Because you've got it going left and right.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the D-snot pieces that we were talking about earlier on, actually, maybe.
Oh, what then? Where about say there?
Yeah, possibly. It looks
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that around 1x2 round.
Yeah, what they've done is that's a roller skate piece in the top there.
And what in here?
Yeah, and like the tiny bit that's sticking off the end of it is what they've used to attach that 1x1 with the bar. That is another highly illegal technique.
That's just hanging there.
That's what's holding it in.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Crazy.
Because you can see it's kind of off center as well, so it's just like gravity is pulling it.
That's really clever, yeah.
That is really clever.
Actually, it looks like it's ever so slightly off heavy as well, because if you look at the way it's on the base is on the floor, it's ever so slightly lifted as well. So.
Oh yeah.
So
has you got anything under there? I can't tell if that's something underneath there.
Could be something like blue tack, to be fair.
Oh yeah, could well be actually, couldn't it? Yeah.
Just to hold it in place.
Tricks of the trade right there.
Yeah.
And this one's nice and simple and effective. Yeah. This is the Doc Ock arm technique that they use in Daily Bugle. We're very similar.
And it's just, again, they've managed to get all the colours. What is for the head?
Yeah, I was trying to figure this out, what the head is. Oh, actually, I know what it is. It's the bit that's used for, it's like a tooth. You know, the one where it's like a right angle, and it's often used for icicles. Let me see if I can find one. Where do I have them? This is what happens when I don't mock for like a week or two. I forget where everything is. There with. Here we go. There's nice.
They've cut something up to me.
I can't work out what the eyes are.
No, so I was just wondering that. They cut something up maybe to make them?
Maybe. Okay. Is it one of these pieces? Let me make myself. one of those pieces. God, I'll drop it.
Yeah, it's that with the stud.
So it's like
facing through.
backwards, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then that's the head. And the eyepiece is weird.
Red bits in the Winnie the Pooh set. What were the pieces?
Red bits in the. It must be like a Technic piece or something, maybe.
Oh, it could be that. Yeah. I think it could be something that has been amended. I think it was
Yeah.
That must be what it is.
Yeah.
But again,
because it's so high up on the piece below it as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It looks like the cherries. Oh, could it be some cut up cherries? Green cherry piece. Yeah, a couple of pieces. Guarantee.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
And then
the crane
I
as
think
well.
this is the last one. Yeah, the crane. And like I love as well because on his Instagram, I'm presuming it's a guy on their Instagram. They've got like a little gif of it moving about and stuff, and it's got like the character captured quite nicely.
Yeah, they've got. He does like repositions the leg into different bits as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and like the wings are bent round a bit because I really like this is like the old.
Yeah, that's an
old hinge bit, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah. And those
and that's the bear
again.
claw. Yeah,
useful piece as well.
Is that the bear claw? Or is that just teeth? Oh no, that's just these kind of teeth, but in black.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, that is that bear claw.
Yeah, there's like teeth and the bear claw thing.
Yeah.
They've used multiple.
And then that array, that's really effective as a beak.
It's the right sort of shape though, isn't it? When you see it used like that, it's like, yeah, that's kind of perfect, really.
Yeah.
Really good. But I love the posing of this one as well that he's put on it. It's just
it really works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'd quite like to see the back of it there, because are they the shield next to each? Oh no, that's just like a half filed, isn't it? Up on the top there.
It looks like the Nexus shield.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, you can see it a bit more. And the little hand clipped on.
Look at part 41678.
Are you sure the eyes? Part 4167A. Have you got that there, Gaz?
41678. Ah, okay. There is a bionicle piece, but I don't know if that's going to be too big, is it?
Let me pull over that. I've got that in the tab. Ooh. Are you sharing? Wait, what's happened there?
Oh, sorry, I've just done it on my phone.
Oh, okay, I know, that's cool. Let's pull over.
Yeah, I think it's
quick.
That looks too big.
Yeah.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
And
Is that it? 4167A, yeah.
I think maybe the only trouble, I think the other thing as well, I think they were maybe a little bit too round.
Yeah.
They were kind of a bit more elongated, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Be something simple.
So yeah, Bricksized. Everyone, go check their stuff out, because there's lots of cool stuff on there as always. And anyone that can do this is highly skilled with the making small characters. With so much detail.
Small.
Right, and next up is your choice, Sam.
This is a builder called Brick Built Josh on Instagram. This was I hope Carrie's in the chat because she's probably already seen it. This was built for a collab, that's the right word, in the Lego community called Friendship Timber. So basically, there was a thing in like the space community called Ship Timber, where you build a ship throughout the month of September, and then some other people came up with Friendship Timber to make Lego Friends or like Friends themed spaceships. And then and this became to like some kind of like magical dragon riding fantasy like thing. And it's difficult to describe, but I just think it looks absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it? It really is.
That like masthead on the front is unbelievably well done.
It's insane, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's so intricate, right? Like there's so much going on.
Like,
It is beautiful, right?
You try and look deeper into it to see where the connections are, but you just can't. It's just
yeah, because if they're not held on by studs, they're held on by bars of some sort. They've got to be bars, right?
Yeah.
So like the leaves I'm looking at, but then actually they've got the flippers as well in the quarter rounds. I love this piece. I didn't know it came in blue. That's really cool.
It's a really nice blue as well, isn't it? It's kind of almost like a sort of almost like a purpley type blue, almost. But I don't know if
I think it's the same. Is it the same blue as that blue, that leaf? But because they're slightly like
it might
rubber,
be the light of it
texture.
hitting differently. Yeah, it's dark as yours. The leaves. I'm not sure what the technical piece is.
Yeah, and then you got like the Donkey Kong leaves.
They're cool, those leaves.
Oh yeah, and these bits as well, like the teeth pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Is this from Ninjago? I'm going to guess the dragon head.
It
looks
looks angry enough to be Ninjago, but I guess it doesn't have the elves' eyes. But yeah,
no, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not quite elves-esque. And that's just one bit. I love that there's so many contrasting things going on here. Like it's a house and a dragon and a ship. And
it looks like it shouldn't work, but it does. All the
yeah, no, really. It's really organic looking as well, though. I mean, like the masthead, and then it sort of goes back from there to the whole thing, doesn't it?
And it's got it seamlessly mixes like straight edges and round, like nature and buildings really well. This fig is really cool. I love that hood piece.
I love those lanterns, actually. They're really cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool technique because he's got that pin holding it in, right? So, that's upside down with a 1x1 round. Which way is that going to be?
I think it's two discs sandwiched together, is it?
It's two discs held in together by that toe ball, and then the bottom one is what's attached to the cylinder.
Right, okay. But then, how's the cylinder? Sorry, right, got you. So that's upside down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool, with you.
Oh, look at the stairs as well.
Yeah, have they used the wooden piece there? It's quite hard to tell. Yeah. And it's got the lighting built in as well. More hair pieces for bushes.
Oh, it's good use of those.
Oh, didn't they? This bit came in that colour. That's really nice. And dark green.
Oh, dark green. That's a tricky colour to get hold of.
It is a bit, isn't it? Here we go.
Wow.
Here's another one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just keeps going with more colours.
That's just
because what is even this down here? Like, what is that? What is that?
It looks like one of like the new colour they're using on a lot of the space stuff. I'm not sure what piece it is. Yeah,
because my first thought was wondering if it was like the bit that's used for hot air balloons, one of those. But I don't know if that would. Well, I don't know if it comes in that colour to start with. But yeah,
that turntable base like that is such a good looking part to use.
Yeah, it's a very
this
good
bit.
piece, yeah,
it is, isn't it? I love it when people put it on the side like that, and use it for windows and stuff as well, right?
Yeah, I think they did in Bag End, didn't they? I think they had 4 of them without the turntable in there, like a piece of.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
These are really cool pieces here.
I think they're from the Tinkerbell brickheads. They make up like her skirt. That's what's used here.
Oh wow,
That's awesome.
oh
Ooh. Have you just seen the same bit? Is that
yeah,
bit?
no, but yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
I'd guess Ninjago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a hilt of some sort, isn't it? Or I wondered if it's Monkey Kid at first, but it's
Yeah, it could be Monkey Kid as well, very easily. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, is it from in some of them they had those gold weapons of loads of different types? Is that maybe one?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Because they had them packs, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, look at the shaping of that boat as well, though. Well,
Yeah.
the side of it, sorry. And that sort of engine bit is just such a cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's curved piece.
So they got. Is that a flex tube? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
But in a perfect circle.
Oh, you just got it. Yeah, because they've got it wrapped around those bits, haven't they? Then to get the circle shape. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You must have to have it clipped in like multiple places to hold the shape. So I imagine it was going to go out of shape fairly easily without something holding it in. And there must also be quite a bit of tension in there as well.
Yeah.
I really like this. I really like it.
Yeah. A confirmation from Carrie saying, yes, that's not an L said. The inclusion of the lighting as well is such a good touch. I do want to. Here we go. This is one of those. I suppose lit up on the inside as well.
Yeah. Gives it a great atmosphere.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
It's a nice glow from the purple down the bottom as well when it's like this.
Yeah. Do you use lighting much, Sam? Sorry.
I haven't done a lot of lighting. Yeah, I've always been too finicky with all the different boards and all that. Yeah, it's something that I should probably put more time into trying to do, but in previous stuff I haven't really looked at it too much. No.
Yeah, okay. It does seem to add an extra dimension to
it does,
builds, especially at conventions. I think it seems to attract people a bit more.
Yeah,
sorry, guys. I think I cut you off. I think you're going to say something, maybe. Maybe not. We'll leave it there.
Let's go with not.
I think. So the next one is me. Let me just change the name. So this is Mitsuru Nakaido. And yeah, their stuff is awesome. They seem to work in grayscale for starters. And they just, at least on the pictures they posted on their Instagram and Flickr, it's all kind of like sea creatures and animals. And they all look really natural and realistic, but all in grayscale. And yeah, this is amazing. I don't know what kind of whale it is. I forget the one that has the big
like a blue
bill.
whale slightly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, I just love the different angles of this and how natural it all looks. But also, I guess not at the same time. It's kind of clearly Lego, and they do have bits of gap, but still, you've got stuff going at all sorts of different angles, in all directions, and lots of cool pieces being used as well. Like this bit here.
That's such a good bit as well.
Yeah, I'm yet to make a proper use of it. Greg saying that would look good in the modular. I keep trying to highlight comments, and it just makes me jump up the list of comments. There we go. Okay. That would look look in the museum modular. I think you'd have to put it just on top of it, right? And yeah, just really cool parts usage. Like this is from, I want to say this is a Bionicle piece maybe, or from a plane or something. The fin on the side.
Yeah, I can see Bionicle in that.
Yeah, and the fact how they've got the eye as well.
Oh,
That,
that's
yeah, because that's kind of, is that a Bionicle piece as well?
I think it's like one of the, I don't know if we'd have one, but like it's like a 2x2 brick with like technicals on each side.
Right.
It's like an arm joint almost that you put into it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if it was one of them. Because you use it. They use it in mechs quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
Often for the legs, but I wasn't sure because they're quite like they've got ridges.
I don't know why. Why I can't see them, but I think that's what that piece is.
Yeah, because the other bits I thought it could have been was I can't think how to even begin to describe it, so I won't. But yeah, just like there must be a whole host of things holding it in different angles, like bars and clips and like hinges underneath, kind of like the ones you were showing earlier with the arch that you did on your first build, Sam. To get these kinds of angles.
I'm trying to work out the size of it because it's
it
must be quite long.
Because these are those are like the bits on the road plates at the end. I didn't know they came in that colour actually. Yes, I did. But so it's a fair size. So this must be. So that's like, I think that's 3 or 4 studs deep here. So that looks like it's about 20 studs long, maybe. I guess. 4, 8, 4, thereabouts.
Yeah, very roughly, isn't it? I think.
And then so it's fairly sizable by the looks of it, and also it looks like it's kind of holding its own weight and everything. It's only held by this point here, right? So all of this is holding itself. So I'm wondering if they're using like those ratchet hinges.
Just to keep it in that position.
Yeah, because they're pretty sturdy, right?
Yeah.
And like Rosie Topic Brick says, like the underside of the mouth is so clever.
That is the right textured piece to do that. It's just
what
the undersides actually do look like. That's really, really well done. I bet that was a nightmare to angle.
Right.
Yeah, you'd put one would ping off and be like, oh, God.
three other ping out. I can only imagine.
You could see like making up sometimes. We say, oh, got a language on that. God.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you've got them connected together as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for giving you an idea as well of how they've done the shaping, because that's a lot of those 1x2s again.
Where's that? Sorry.
Down here.
Yeah,
on the underside there. It's like
to
plug in, because I think he's used the claw piece that Sam was showing earlier on to connect onto those bits, and then of course they'll stick in the hole, isn't they? Oh, there's a lot going on there, though.
There is, isn't there? Like even this to get the shaping from here all the way round to there. With this, it's quite a feat. Like, I wonder how much is underneath the.
I'm curious if they have like built a shape that they all just like cling to.
Yeah, I reckon there must be something kind of creating the shape a bit. But there's also, because there's so many of them, they're just gonna. Looks like they're hugging fairly tightly as it is. So I wonder. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be making a lot of that shape as well. The pieces.
I guess if you get it tight enough, then they'll won't move as much.
Yeah, there's loads of them, and then you've got more here, and that's how it's connected. I wonder how sturdy this bit is as well.
That's a funny stand, actually.
Yeah, because it's the thing is, it's like the those are like panel pieces. It's the 1x2 by or like
Yeah. I feel like that
pieces.
wouldn't be that strong of a stance. I'd be quite
No.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, especially this point here. That's
It looks
going to
like
be
it's coming
really
apart.
weak. Yeah, like, I would not trust. I'd at least stick a plate in there.
Is that just tiles he's got on the side? Is they like snot bricks or something maybe on the stand, and then there's like tiles on the side?
Oh, on the stand. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, when you look at it like through the shadow, I think you can see.
Yeah.
It might be stronger than I thought it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yeah, because look, you've got this tile is like over 2 snot bricks because you can see the gap there, the join. Okay. Okay, so not not as concerning as might have been at first. And then I think this is the last one, and then the back at the top. Again, like so many tiles here, and I wonder why they've used the triangular, like the half tile piece there, rather than the full tile, other than just like because it looks cool. I think that's as well what I like. It's almost like, well, it is like mechanical as well.
Yeah.
It's like nature and mechanical. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing like where if you like slightly blur your eyes, you don't see like it being mechanical. It just looks like a whale.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite like sci-fi. I'm trying to figure out what this bit's here. What's going on here? I wonder if they're just straight. Something. But anyway, yeah. So that's Mitsuru Nakaido. And
yeah, that's pretty
the
cool.
last one. Yeah. So that is mock review done. There's links in the description to there should be to all of those builds that we just had a look at. So do go check them out and subscribe and everything. Because they've all got lots of really impressive stuff going on. And I'm quite aware of the time. So we'll have a look at the last couple of pictures of Sam's and his latest venture. Endeavour, yeah. And those being mechs. So let me just I'll get up the picture of the mech that started it all, and if you could just tell us how it came about, why, and the history, like the backstory behind it, and where you want to go with it.
I'll give you the full lore.
Cool.
Okay. This is where it all began. This is the video llama mech. Basically, almost about a year ago to just now is when the Star Wars mechs first got revealed. And people did not like them at the time. They don't really like them now, but they did not like them when they got announced. And everyone was saying, "Oh, they'll make a mech out of everything." And I thought, what if they did make a mech out of everything? And hence, this is where it began. So I started with video because I thought, what is, like, at the time especially, what is the worst theme? I don't think it's the worst theme, but a lot of people don't like video. I don't care for it. And I thought, oh, I should make a mech for the video llama. And then I built it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I was so happy with how it came out.
And it looks great. Yeah, it's such a great idea.
I'm so proud of it. I thought it was so cool that I brought it to Brickworld Chicago last year. For some reason.
Because now you've displayed at Brickworld Chicago.
Well. There's people I knew who had a table, so I just popped it on the table, even though I hadn't applied to set up. and then from that, I thought, well, if I can build a mech for video and make it look cool, why couldn't I do it for every other Lego theme? So I decided to commit myself that I'm going to build a mech for every single Lego theme that has ever existed. Which
do you know how many that is?
I think there's like 130 themes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's sometimes questionable about what's technically considered a theme and what isn't. So like,
Okay.
I'm not going like super specific on the rules, but like, if like I consider it to be because sometimes is it a theme? Is it a subline? Is it like, is Winter Village a theme or is it a part of Creator? Like that type of thing.
Right. Yeah. It gives you a bit of freedom then to
exactly. Yeah. Like if I get tired, those are all getting cut off very quickly. So yeah, this was the first one, and then I think I'm up to like 23 just now, which is like about
23. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, two a month or so.
So are they quite quick to put together as well?
Yeah. The longest part is basically waiting on the parts because they're very colorful. It's parts I don't have, so I need to order them in. Yeah, basically, it's decide what theme I'm gonna do. Pick like which minifigure I think best represents that theme or would be the most fun to build a mech on, and then just I either build like the llama version, like the llama one, or another like one like just build a bigger version of the character, or in some other ones like build something that kind of represents like the theme.
Like this one here, like that. Is that Blacktron?
That's a Blacktron one.
Oh, the Angry Birds as well. That's a cool one.
Yeah, I do like the Angry Birds when I was watching your video earlier.
That's like when I was displaying them, like everyone had like a different favorite. It's really really cool.
This one's the island. That's my favorite one. Yeah.
I think the public favorite is still the Stitch one.
Okay, it is very good.
Yeah, a lot of the kids like the Santa one as well. That was at Reading, even though it was.
I really like I don't know if you can see it so well, but the bit on the back with the with the frost pieces, like the snow pieces.
It's like a Christmas tree powered jetpack with like the snowflakes as like exhaust fumes.
Yeah. You got Scooby Doo as well, because is that the mystery van?
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's a great example of where I didn't just do the character bigger; that was representing something from the theme.
Yeah. I didn't realise what this was until watching your video.
Yes, that is from Lego Island from 1997. which did
looks mad.
That's I could go on for hours about that in itself. Yeah. It's a game where you deliver pizzas to criminals. It's strange.
This is Lego as well. Fantastic.
Now you cancel sets with criminal hideouts as well. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you haven't just stuck to one format for the mechs either, of like using certain pieces for their legs and arms. Like I think you've used stuff like the new mech legs and arms, like in a fair few of them, right?
Most of them stick to that because it's a very good starting point. But especially for like if they don't exist in the right colors I need them to, and then I'll like destroy and do some other things.
Which one's been the most challenging so far?
Ooh, good. The most challenging mech is actually not in this picture. That would be the big mech.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. The Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that is one that is still in construction to get it perfect. Hopefully, touch wood, come May 4th, I reckon I can get that like done and get a good picture out to Instagram for them.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
that's kind of my goal.
That's like your Hulkbuster. Stormtrooper, isn't it? Yeah.
Sith Buster.
This is a pin figure. I meant to ask about this on the weekend. I was like, Lego, what are you doing?
That is from Space Police. The character's name is Brick Daddy. And he is for some reason dressed like a pimp. I don't know why. That's just what the minifigure looks like. So I leaned into the stereotypes: giant gold chain, giant coat, big money.
That's brilliant. The Orc one's a favourite as well, actually.
The Orc one is really cool. Yeah.
So you're 23. What's this one actually? Sorry, just quickly.
That is a Steven Spielberg mech. I promise that'll make sense. There was a theme in the early 2000s called Lego Studios.
Right.
Okay.
That basically they didn't call him Steven Spielberg, but it was very clearly who they were trying to represent. And I think they had like a Jurassic Park 3 set which he was in as a character named Director. So like I was like, right, okay, we know who this is meant to be. It's kind of meant to be a case where each limb is a different one of his films.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Oz fin behind, an Indiana Jones arm, a Jurassic Park leg. The arm that
Is that the DNA from Jurassic Park?
But that's meant to be the ship from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I couldn't think of like what a perfect fourth movie would be to represent him, because like the ones that I didn't use got like quite dark quite fast. Like I wasn't gonna do a Schindler's List arm. I felt like it was kind of off theme. but like yeah,
Definitely black and white anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. So like it was a struggle, but yeah, that's what he's meant to represent.
So you're 23. Oh, actually, sorry. What was this again? Is this video?
That is Dots.
Dots. That was it. Yeah.
Yes. It's difficult with that one because obviously it doesn't look like a mech because no one's piloting it. It's difficult with the themes that don't have minifigures in them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No mechs for it. So I think that was like a polybag build, and I got like a bunch of like the Dots bag tags and put them on like the arms and feet and just like dotted them up so they looked like it was a representation of the theme.
It's really cool. It's almost the ethos of the theme as well, right? It's very much like create your own thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Um,
I love the Ant-Man one as well. That was like the only one you went like tiny small.
That's one of the little trophy figures that is in there. Yeah.
So you're 23 themes in. Do you see how far you're going to go with it? Is there much of an end or?
The goal is to do every theme eventually.
It is.
I don't know if I'll ever get there because there'll be a point where like there gets to some just themes that like no one cares about. But as long as I'm enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. Essentially,
that's cool. And if you can put them together quite quickly as well.
Most of them do go together relatively fast.
Have you learned many new techniques? Oh, sorry, guys.
I guess like they're simpler to build than a lot of the ones that I showed before, but you do learn like different things. I'm trying to think what like the Animal Crossing one, I came up with a really fun skirt technique using one of the wheel pieces they use in like the big crazy cars with like clips and like slopes going around. So you do learn techniques doing them as well. Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Emily's asking, will you be doing a Dreams mech?
I will definitely be doing a Dreams mech. I'm not sure which figure I'm going to use yet, but yeah, one will definitely come.
Nice. Yeah, it's really fun. It's just a really fun like concept. Did they go down well at show? Was it the first time you've shown them?
This is I had just I think I displayed about 10 of them before at a different show, but this is like when I had only 10 done. But this is a lot of them had their debut quote unquote.
Did they go down well?
People really like them, yeah. Especially like it was cool to have this next to the Indiana Jones MOC. So I like had one like the adults could appreciate, and then one that the kids could appreciate.
Yeah, okay, that's a good show.
All of the kids were like pointing at like, oh my god, it's Stitch, oh my god, it's Steve. While the parent was like staring in the Jones MOC, and the kid goes, what's that? And then the adult goes, you can see that when you're older.
Yeah, because there's kind of a kids' film. It's pretty.
It's violent.
It's a nice sort of display as well when they're all like that as well, because I say that it is really colourful as well, as you said.
Yeah,
it's nice to see them all lined up like that.
And you got them together like pretty quickly. as
Yeah,
well,
that's the thing. Each one can literally go into a Ziploc bag for display, and then like I reckon I could go to a convention with a backpack full of them and easily just sit like I don't even need to wear big cases or anything like that.
Because it's almost like your version of habitat builds.
It's yeah, like Mark brought like his little habitats with like Animal
Yeah.
Crossing these things. It's a
I
similar
love
thing to that.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a mashing up of themes a bit. Well, I suppose you're extending the theme for each mech or building on the theme.
Yeah.
But those habitats were brilliant. If anyone hasn't seen them, go check out Mark Minark's Instagram page. I think he posted up about them today maybe.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so you're going to just go as long as you.
As long as I've got like good ideas for them, like I think the one that I'm planning to do quite soon is architecture. Like,
okay.
Where I come up with a mech for that. I just find that idea so funny. It's like
yeah. Are there any themes you're dreading?
Weirdly, it's the themes where mechs are like I have no idea what I'm doing for the Ninjago mech because they do so many. That's one that I find quite daunting. Like, who am I going to do? Because they probably already have one. Though, like that and like Marvel, those are like the weirdly like ones that I find more difficult.
Because you could either go like follow the theme of doing a mech for a character, or like just go really weird with it. I guess.
See, I think I'd have to go weird with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
for
Marvel,
power in mech form.
Marvel, the likely answer is probably going to be like an Aunt May mech. That's probably where I'm going to go.
Yeah, okay, nice. I like it. Yeah. You've already got your Marvel mech, doesn't it?
That's interesting. That was for like a video where I did like based on CMF mechs. I also like because like representing the CMFs in one mech seems like almost unfair. And because it would probably have to be Mr. Gold, and I don't have enough money to buy Mr. Gold. So like I'm gonna also like I said that I'm gonna try and do one per CMF series, which again was probably optimistic. And again, it'll be the same case of as long as I'm enjoying doing it, then I'll do one for each.
Yeah, because CMFs is kind of whole host of themes in itself, anyway, right? Yeah.
So on the flip side of Ollie's question, is there like one you're looking forward to doing?
I think the weird themes like architecture, like Galador, will be done eventually. Those will be the fun ones.
How would you do ideas? Would you just pick a build?
Ideas is another like weird because there's so many different things.
Would you
like would you do like modulars as a theme, or does that cover under?
That's the thing. Like, what is a theme and what isn't the theme? So,
okay.
I don't know what I'd do as the modular
mech. Look forward to seeing that one. Yeah, amazing. I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up. I don't want to keep you much longer. But yeah, it was awesome seeing these in person. Just a variety of them, and it's good to see the progression as well, right? From like Star Wars, and that you're not limiting yourself to theme or color or style. And
I will keep building Star Wars. Of course, I've always got the pod race in the background. That will hopefully be done by the end of the year.
And you've got Morak as well, right?
Morak as well.
I couldn't let that go.
That's always the thorn on my side of something that will. I touch wood. Yeah, I will get that done. I don't know when.
But yeah, that sounds like a labour of love.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome to see the progression and like.
Thank you.
Do you have like? Do you feel that you've got a style in your building?
I don't know. I'd be curious if other people could see a mock and say, "Oh, that looks like a Sam mock." I'd be very interested to know that. I think like the mechs quite obviously because they're
yeah.
I'd be curious in the other ones to see if people could figure that out. I'm not sure if I've got a.
I think it would be, at least for me, it wouldn't be a surprise to be told that like an incredible mock is done by you, basically, because you push yourself a lot, obviously, and like try out new techniques and new things, like with the Indiana Jones build, like where you just have put in those play features and just learn to do it and pulled it off like incredibly well for the first time you've done it, at least maybe on that scale.
Because you had the play feature as well. I say play feature in the stands as well for the pod race. I don't think.
Yeah. That wasn't quite ready for Bricktastic this year, but yeah, it should be a case of like in the stands I can get like at least it won't probably end up being all of them, but at least one of the stands will be like get them all like jumping up and down as if someone's just won.
Because I think you did show it to a couple of people when it was there, didn't you? Just like a bit of it going, just hand operated. Yeah, that's really cool. So to see it again.
Just saying what Gek is saying, it's the use of pretty common pieces, which you use quite a bit, also making things interactive.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a level of interactivity and detail. You have a good level of detail, right? You don't. It's just, I think, like you've got that perfectionist side to you.
Yeah.
Or like that. So maybe not perfectionist might be putting a bit strong because you know where to stop and to move on. But like that, the fact that you strive to that level of detail, and the wall technique, we'll be able to tell the wall.
Because on the stands as well, there is some really detailed sort of brickwork as well. So very similar to the first one you showed as well.
That same that wall technique.
Yeah. But it's interesting to look at, though, isn't it? It's basically just like a flat wall with just like a few masonry bricks in as well. It's kind of a better way of doing it because it just makes it look a bit more real and lived in.
Yeah, if only it wasn't so expensive and part intensive.
Well,
yeah, surprising how part intensive a wall can be.
Honestly,
Well, the Dooku wall that you got going on there, that's
that's right.
That's like Rangal levels of going all over the place. Do you know Rangal?
I
was like, yeah. He's got walls walls and windows that he builds like that, like he did with the Dooku build. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
No worries, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
talking through everything. It's like as I'm dying that, just as you're dying.
Thank you. It's really good to chat as well, and just to get to see a bit more behind the scenes of some of the MOCs as well that people the other side of the table wouldn't necessarily see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you got anything coming up you want to plug, or working on any shows coming up where we can come see you?
I've got a show next week in Milton Keynes on Bank Holiday Monday, which is it's going to be weird doing a Lego show on Monday, but yeah.
Okay. Where's that? What show's that? Is that a brick festival?
I think so, yeah. And then I should be at Steam later this year, and if you're in America, I will be at Brickworld Chicago, where the goal is to have the pottery stands there. Whether that'll work, forever the optimist. Always, hopefully I can make it work, and I'll try everything I can to make sure it does.
If all else fails, you can take some mechs.
Exactly. I'll bring that in my carry-on just in case all else fails.
Well, good luck with that. That would be good to see. It would be good to see how you can get a MOC across to a different country, because I guess people do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm always amazed when people
don't know
fly with a MOC. Well, you will find out soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. I'll lived experience. Yeah,
definitely film
that.
Gav, have you got much coming up?
I don't know. I think we've just got the London Corner on Friday. I'm not too sure going after that, but otherwise I've just got buildy stuff that I'm going to be starting as well for Steam in October.
Yeah. Got a little bit of time now, right?
Yeah. Well, I think as we say there'll be a lot of time, and then like April just disappeared. It was like,
we are in May.
It'll be October in no time.
Yeah,
so. It will. It's not actually that far away, is it? Really?
So I want to be a sort of space ordering bricks out as opposed to, oh my god, I need to order them. They need to be built in 2 weeks time or whatever. So.
That's a good point. I've got to start thinking about this. I'm going to start trying to build some. I want to build a pod for your pod racer.
Yes,
Sam, for fantastic.
We'll figure out what like our specifications are some point later this year, so that we can get them all done for Bricktastic next year. That'll be really cool.
Cool, nice. And what have I got on? I'm going to be on London Calling next Friday, the 10th.
Okay.
I believe it is the date.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. And then a similar. Start building. I've got to go and collect my display, see if it survived the packing after Reading. It's currently in Southampton. So I'll go get that in a couple of weeks, and I might. Yeah, considering doing some tweaks around that, or do I just leave it and move on to the next thing? And
MOCs never finished.
I always thought they were, but I think there's a difference between a MOC for your shelf or for like a picture on Instagram versus a MOC to display. Because having displayed it now, it's like, okay, I could change that and all that, and because I don't look at it in so much detail normally, because it will just sit behind me, and that's it. But otherwise, so we won't be back in 2 weeks because I'm away for work basically. I'll be up in London, so won't be here. So we'll be back in 4 weeks' time, I believe. I want to say 4 weeks.
1, 2, 3. Be the 22nd.
Cool.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yes, cool. Okay, 22nd. And then, after that, I think it's after that one. We're going to take a little break over summer, basically. I've got some life stuff that I need to just sort out, like a house. I've got to be redecorating our whole house, and it's taking up a lot of time.
You're going to build Lego, really, aren't you?
As much as I can get away with. So we're going to take a little break over summer, get some more guests on. We've got a bunch of people lined up from Reading alone, which was really good thing. So hopefully we'll have a bit more variety of guests. So we've got some really interesting builders lined up who people may not have heard of before.
This is always good.
Perspectives,
etc.
Exactly. Got all that to look forward to.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's it. And so thanks for watching, everybody, as well. And we'll see you on the 22nd.
See you on the 22nd.
Okay. All right.
Good
night, everyone. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.